Monday, drink like a fish. Tuesday, drink like a fish. Wednesday, drink like a fish. Before you know it, I'm going to be going, and I'm going to need a fish bowl. Hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of my Mounjaro journey. We are in the end of week 16, I believe. Is that right? Hang on, let me get my diary out. Oh, he's got a diary now, has he? Yeah, we're at the end of week 16, which is 4 months. Yeah. I didn't quite hit the 4 stone. I was hoping to do a 4 stone with a 4 month, as I almost done the 3 stone with a 3 month. Anyway, we will get to the numbers in a little bit when I do a weigh-in. First of all, though, I'm going to go through what I've had this week. And yeah, just a little general chat, really. Okay, so this week has been pretty average again. Nothing unusual. Exercise wise, I haven't done as much walking as I'd hoped to, although a couple of days ago I did go for a really nice walk along Dover Pier and back, and then went out all around Canterbury, so got a good 7,000 to 8,000 steps in on that day. I'm still finding it hard to even consider trying to do 10,000 steps, considering everything else that I've got to do during the daytime. Yeah. Anyway, as long as I get some steps in, that's the main thing. Right, okay, so let's go back to last Friday. Let's have a look, see what we have food-wise. Okay, so Friday I went up to the pub, not the pub, the cafe with Papa Bowman in the morning. I had a lovely omelette up there and with a sausage and some mushroom and baked beans, which was really nice. Friday was going to be a bit extraordinary because it was Halloween and I knew that I was going to be having something a little bit later on. And I had 2 hot dogs and a few crisps as well, being Halloween, but I kept it low for the rest of the day as well. This might have a kind of reflection of the weight loss this week when I get to it. So I was still in a deficit, so I was still 2,093 calories for that day. Obviously a little bit more fat than usual with the hot dogs and that. But I had 2 hot dogs rather than 4 hot dogs as I would have had last year. Saturday rather. Saturday, shredded wheat and fruit for breakfast as normal. 2 chicken skewers from Iceland and steamed vegetables and some mushy peas as well. And then for tea, I had a bagel, Philadelphia Light and a protein yogurt, and that came to 1,818 calories. And on all of these, I tried to hit the 30 grams on fibre and around about 160 to 180 grams of protein, which most days I do manage. Sunday is probably my highest day out of the week. So I had Weetabix protein in the morning with some almonds and blueberries. And then me and Papa Bowman went to Toby Carvery. I normally just have turkey, but because it was a weekend, I thought, let's have a bit of lamb as well, which might have been a bad idea. It was a bit fatty, but I managed to cut all the fat off, but it may also reflect in this week's numbers. And I also had a Toby ice cream as well. And then just for a light tea, I had a my protein chocolate mousse, so I didn't have anything else. But that came to 2,342 calories. So that's the highest. That's the highest I've probably done in for quite a while. And I would put it down to like the lamb and yeah. The ice cream's not too bad actually. The ice cream's only about 125 calories. But that was Sunday. Monday, which was a work day. So Monday and Tuesday is pretty much the same. Shredded wheat and fruit in the morning. Ham and egg salad for lunchtime. And chicken as well, roast chicken. And then for tea, I had a gym chicken tikka. And that was 1,848 calories. Tuesday, pretty much the same, 1936 calories. Wednesday, shredded wheat and fruit as normal. I had a really nice Subway chicken breast, a double chicken breast and cheese jacket potato. And then for tea, I did an omelette with turkey breast and mousse. That was 1936 calories. And then Thursday, protein Weetabix plus fruit. We went up to a brewer's fair. Dad had his usual smothered chicken. I had the 8-ounce steak, and I swapped the chips and the onion rings again, as I normally do for the side salad. And then for tea, I had a couple of poached eggs with baked beans, and an Asda chocolate mousse, and that was 2,115 calories. So pretty much within the deficit on all of those. Of course, Sunday, 2,342 calories being the highest. But some of that might have, like I say, been reflected in the weigh-in numbers this week. Where was it? Thursday. I think it was Thursday. Thursday morning. Some people suffer really badly with constipation. I've had a little bit of constipation since my journey started, but on most points, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty regular because I try to hit that 30 grams of fibre with 3 litres plus of water a day. And sometimes it can go up and down. You know, I've had a spurt where I haven't been for like 2 or 3 days. But I tell you what, Thursday morning, oh my God, I don't know what kicked that off, because I didn't have anything extraordinary on the Wednesday, I don't believe. Well, I had the Subway chicken breast with the jacket potato and an omelette. So maybe it was the jacket potato, I don't know. But all I can say is a chocolate-coated banana. Yes, that is what happened. And it was nice. I'm not talking about eating, you crazy people. I'm talking about what came out the other end. I mean, it was nice to see. Because when you do get constipated, even pooing out something the size of a pea, you're like throwing a party. But to have a chocolate-coated banana was fantastic. Yes, but it doesn't happen that often. But when it does, you have to celebrate the wins. Oh, dear me. Okay, so that's pretty much it then. It's going to be another short week, a short video. We'll do the weigh-in a minute. And then I'll share my thoughts for the next week. And we'll also do whatever we need to do on my little Pauly board. Whether it's taking hearts off or adding hearts. Anyway, let's go over to the scales and let's see what we get this week. It was £2 off last week, £4 off the week before, and then a 0 the week before that. So I'm hoping I'm going to maintain a number and not a 0. Okay, right. Okay, let's go to the scales. Okay, so last week I lost £2. The week before £4. Let's see where I am this week then. 25 and 6. So that's £1 lost this week. Not as much as I'd like, but it's still a loss though, so that's all good. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. £1. Which I am happy. It is a loss. You've got to celebrate the losses. I thought maybe it might be a little bit more, maybe £2 or £3. It kind of goes all over the place. Whereas, you know, like I have a 0 1 week, and then the following week I'll have a £4 off. Then I'll have a 3 or a 2, and then another 0, and then I'll have a £5 off. It's a bit strange. It's a bit strange. And I had that 0 a couple of weeks ago, but then I had £4 off as usual. And then I've had a 2 and then a 1. So it could be because I haven't done as much exercise this week, as much walking as I'd like to. which I hope to rectify this week and do a bit more walking, get out there. But it also could be to do with the foods as well. Being like 2,342 calories one day, and then yesterday was 2,115 calories. I've still tried to keep the fat content down and the sugar content down and the saturated fats down. So I've done pretty well with those. I've had eggs, I've had salads through the week. I've had a jacket potato, I've had an omelette, I've had turkey breast, I've had a bagel. So it's all been pretty good stuff. Chicken skewers. Maybe it was the hot dogs and the lamb from Toby Carthy. I don't know. But anyway, we'll certainly monitor it for week 17 and see how we are on Friday. Okay, right. I'll take you over now to the pink weight loss board, and then we'll what we do, we'll take one off, won't we? No, we'll add one. I was thinking, is that what I've lost or what I've got to lose? No, yeah, I'll add one. Yeah, okay, right, I'll take you over there. One also, beforehand, let me just move you over here like that, and I will put up here a little picture of my little plan thing that I did for 16 weeks. Now, I found this as a template. Unfortunately, it's got all the week numbers lined in across the top and the bottom. So week 1 to week 16. And there isn't one onwards from week 16 onwards. So I'm just going to edit that. Now that I've finished the end, I've got up to week 16. I'm going to edit that and then just plaster over the top of where it says week 1 to 16, like week 17 to however many weeks, and just use that. Yeah, so that's an easy way of keeping track. I like to keep that track in the computer or on my phone rather, that I can look back at and monitor when I do have higher losses than others. But of course, we're still going to go with the old pink board. So let's get over to the pink board and let's go and add a heart. Okay, so here we are. Here's Pauly's weight loss journey. So far we got 3 stone and 3 pounds. So I need to add a heart in there. If I can pop that in. In you go. There we go. So 3 stone and 4 pounds. As I say, I was hoping to add a few more hearts, but maybe next week I will. Maybe next week I'll be right up there. Who knows? Only a week can tell. Okay, so there we go. So that is this week's weight loss journey with Mounjaro. Yeah, so we'll see how it goes for week 17. I'm really hoping in the next couple of weeks I can hit that 4 stone mark, because I haven't done as well the last 3 weeks. Like the first week I did maybe 18 pounds. The second week I think I did like 11 or 12 pounds, and then the third set of weeks I did about 10 pounds, and then the fourth set of weeks I did probably 7 pounds, you know, in the whole month. Yeah, so every 4 weeks that is. Okay, anyway, we'll see how it goes next week. I'll see if I can step up a bit of exercise, do a bit more walking. I know it's not going to be easy a lot now, you know, as the winter months come in, especially if we get a lot of black ice and snow and all that. I don't get any snow down here anymore. I don't think we've had snow down here since 2006, so it should be all right getting out in the freezing cold, wrap up and go for some nice brisk walks. Anyway, it's very mild at the moment. It's 17 degrees out there, so we're not there yet. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, like it by giving it some thumbs up. Blop. Don't forget to subscribe, comment and share. See you on the next video next week. Bye bye.